Genevieve says dating other people is classed as cheating to me. Well, and it might be to the man as well, right? I mean, there's a lot of people out there who are like, I think there's this one woman who was talking to me one time, and she was talking about how she won't even talk to more than one person on a dating site at a time, or she considers it cheating. And so every time she would like stop talking to a guy, she would have to tell him. She'd be like, "Hey, since I don't feel like this is really going in the right direction, I'm going to start dating other people. And, I hope you don't mind about that." And it's like, what? I mean, people have all kinds of different considerations about what's going on. And if you want to just date one person at a time, go ahead. Go ahead. I don't care. I mean, I do care. I want you to get into the best situation that you can, but it's really none of my business what you do. You can do whatever you want. Just realize what I do, Genevieve, is I look at patterns. I look at patterns at what women do when they go from being single and lonely and unable to get into the relationship that they want to having a great relationship where they're loved and cherished, and it often leads to marriage and all that kind of stuff. And I go, okay, and I look at these huge numbers of women and I go, okay, what are these women what's all in common? And one of the commonalities is that most of them date more than one person at a time, because if you date one guy and he's all messed up and you don't find out for 3 months, 6 months, a year or whatever, that's a whole year that you wasted with one dude when you could be dating multiple guys. They could be competing for you. And if you're just dating that one guy and he starts doing things you don't want, it can be devastating. And so if you want to do that, go ahead. It works for some people. It does, I mean, it can totally work for you. Just, it's the same as like, same odds as like, winning the lottery or, getting struck by lightning or something like that. But it can work. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think it's that rare, but it can work. Right. But I don't suggest it. And if that's you, if you're like, hey, this is the only way I'm going to do it, you know what? It's fine. Do it that way. If it's not working for you, try something different. Try something different. Most of the men that you meet out there, they're going to be dating more than one person at a time. And I mean, you should even ask. You should ask guys when you go out and meet them and just be like, hey, do you date more than one person at a time? Just ask him, just see what he says. Do you think it's normal? You can even do this. Just, do you think it's normal to date more than one person at a time? Like go on more than one, dates with more than one person at a time. Do you think that's normal? Just see what guys say. Right? Because there's a big, vast array of different answers that you're going to get from different guys. Some guys are going to be like, no, it's one person at a time, right? I don't know how old guys are that you're dating. I'm just going to assume that you're dating, 100-year-old men because, you're into that kind of thing. I mean, you look like you're probably like, I don't know, 28 or something, but I'm just going to assume you date 100-year-old men. And he goes, I think you should just date one person at a time, right? I'm old school, old traditional, right? You're going to get some of that. You're going to get some, I like to go and meet lots of different ladies and boogie woogie with all of them, right? You're going to get all kinds of things all over the fence. And so you should do whatever works for you. I'm just giving you suggestions here. You can take them or leave them. It's up to you. It's up to you, Genevieve. I'm going to give you goddess energy either way. Go and take that goddess energy. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you. Here it comes. Here it comes. You ready? You ready? Here it comes. Goddess. You got that goddess energy.